Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha is Parshas Boi. The parsha starts off by Yoimer Hashem el Moshe, and God spoke to Moshe, Boi el Pare, come, let's go together el Pare. Why? Ki ani hichbareti es liboy. For I have made his heart and the heart of his servants stubborn. Kani hichbareti es liboy v'sleiv avodav leman, in order so I can put these signs of mine in his midst, to perform further miracles of the last three plagues. So the Orach Chaim, one of the great commentaries, says as follows. Everybody has a question. How was it Hashem, what was the right, or what was the justification for Hashem to harden his heart, to harden the Paro's heart? You're not allowing him to have free choice. You're taking away his free choice. So the Orach Chaim has a whole twist on it, very interesting. He says like this. After experiencing the last plague before this story, the last plague was hail. Now the hail, today's day and age we could understand it better. The hail is like ice coming down. But it wasn't just hail. The pasuk says it was thunder, hail, and fire. And the fire was inside the hail. Inside the hail, there was this burning spark of fire. Inside the ice was fire, which is impossible. It's like today you have the LED little lights that inside the outside is plastic, and inside that light is like blinking. So think about it that way. Think about it. We have what to imagine these days. You have a ball of fire, and inside there's like a LED light blinking, but it's fire. It's not LED light. So when the Egyptians saw that, and they saw that it destroyed pretty much everything in their whatever they had, this was the greatest miracle they have experienced from all the 7 plagues that they had, to the point that even Pharaoh himself says to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Moses, at that point, Chatasi, I have sinned, La Hashem, to God. God is the righteous, and I and my servants and my people are the wicked. Like, after such an open miracle, it was impossible to deny God. That's how great the miracle was at plague number 7. But there's one thing that Hashem did that was a quick, interesting detail, that this is what Orach Chaim says, this is what Hashem did. And he says like this. If you look back at the previous parsha, when it talks about the plague of hail, it says like this. At the conclusion of the plague, it says that the field, the Yach Habarat B'chalat Mitzrayim, the hail struck the entire land of Egypt. And basically anything that was in the field got destroyed, besides 2 things. Most of the crop is already hard at that time of the season, and already when the hail hits it, it's pressure against pressure, and boom, it knocks it out. But there were 2 things that were soft, and because they were soft, they did not get destroyed. They just fell down. One was spelt, and one was, I think, some other type of grain. So the word is Hashem actually performed a miracle to allow that to stay. Hashem performed, really the hail and the fire should have knocked that out also. But Hashem performed the miracle to give the Egyptians a little bit of food left, to give them a way out. If you want to rely on nature, you could say, look, at the end of the day, these 2 things, it makes sense they were spared because they were soft. So this is what the Orach Chaim says. I hardened his heart by giving him a way out. I didn't harden his heart. I gave an excuse in the nature that he could come and say, oh, you see those 2 things? They survived. So it wasn't a miracle. It was some type of magic trick. But the fact is, there are 2 things that survive, and therefore I'm going to allow myself to deny, God forbid, the existence of Hashem. So this is a very interesting lesson for us to learn. That in general, the way Hashem runs the world, everything is in nature. When Hashem does miracles, he does miracles. But Hashem also always leaves a doubt. He always leaves an opportunity for doubt, that a person can always say, maybe not. I just saw an open miracle, but maybe not. Maybe I could justify it this and this and this and this way, and therefore I could come to the conclusion that, no, it wasn't so impressive. This is very important for us to understand that. So, but before we get to our lesson in completion, Paroi, Hashem didn't harden his heart, according to this interpretation. Hashem just equaled the playing field. The miracles were so extreme, Hashem had to put something on the other side to kind of justify that a person could still, if he wants to, can say it's not a miracle. But Hashem didn't harden his heart. He made an action that allowed him to harden his heart. The Pari could harden his heart, but Hashem didn't necessarily harden his heart. This is the way the Oren Chaim learns it. And for us, this is very important, that we should not allow, when we see a miracle, appreciate the miracle. Don't allow extra excuses on the side to push away the miracle, the excitement of the miracle, because that is the opportunity. That's the free choice that's still there. Hashem still has to give you free choice after everything. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Remember, when you see a miracle, it's a miracle. Be inspired, appreciate it, celebrate it, and may we be able to see the ultimate level of miracles with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkeinu Mehirim Aminu V'Nemra. Amen.